time doing her show, and it's always fun, you know? It's kind of a break in the middle of all the crazy, really stressful, high, you know, serious fashion week. So it's fun. It's a fun break. You get to dance down the runway. You get to do anything on the runway. It's a fun show to do. Movie. If I was in a movie, I would want it to be an action movie, because there's always hot, hunky guys, like, you know, in the big action movies, like, you know, I'd want to be like saved by one of the big hunky action stars. So yeah, I'd be an action movie. If we had a time machine right now, I would hop in it and jump straight back into, well, two things. I would go first stop in the 70s, because that was like one of my favorite times for style, for fashion, for music, for culture. Just, I think it was an incredible time to live, you know, and I think that the 70s would be the first stop, and then I would make a pit stop in the 90s and, you know, strut a few catwalks with all the supermodels. That would have been like the ultimate time. I think that is subconsciously where I belonged. I should have lived in the 90s. That should have been my heyday, but that's where we would be.
Men are not nice guys.
As far as fashion goes, I love like the Marie Antoinette era. I think that would have been a fascinating time to live, and the you know, the gorgeous big gowns, the couture gowns that women actually wore on a regular basis. I think that would have been incredible. So. Dress up. I loved the 30s too, back when like every woman, you know, got like just a full face of makeup and hair and a full, you know, a look before she walked out the door, you know, and I think that was just such an incredible time. I think it's too casual now. I love getting, that's what I love about this job, is that I get to play dress up and really take on these characters, become a woman of any of the times, from the 70s, the 90s, the 30s. I get to play dress up, I guess. I don't know. I have a cool job.
Student were you? Were you goody two-shoes, teacher's pet, or were you trouble and bad conduct?
I was, let's think about this. I was always kind of quiet. I mean, I think that's why I could get away with like trouble. I think because I was always kind of quiet. Like I would never be the one to like, you know, I was never like I don't know, the teachers knew that I was a good kid, so I could get away with anything. Like I could get away with, you know, being mischievous, I don't know. But I was a good kid. What am I saying was? I still am. I'm in school. I'm still a good, like, speaking of, I graduate school in 3 months, so. Thursday, tomorrow, I will be on a plane back to St. Louis, and Friday I will be in school. So it's kind of crazy to think, but I'm so excited. 3 months left of this chapter of my life, and then life begins, and then you know, I'll be in New York and doing this full time, and life begins. You know what? It's the most bizarre transition, jumping from the Paris Fashion Week to St. Louis, Missouri High School, but it's the most refreshing sort of juxtaposition, and I
Touchdown in London town.
For the first look, I have this hood, and it's like there's 4 girls, and we have these hoods, and it's so cool and so mysterious, and we're all coming down the catwalk at different times, and it's gorgeous. And then the second one, I have this black turtleneck and high-waisted black skirt, and it's, the shoes are amazing, and the clothes are always gorgeous. So.
Well, it's nice and glowy and everything. So we're at Ellie Saab.
We're at Ellie Saab, we're backstage, and it's the last show of Paris Fashion Week, and I could not be happier. I am glowing right now. I'm so excited. It's done, almost. It's almost done. a show where that catwalk turns into a red carpet. Every girl that walks down the catwalk on the Ellie Saab runway looks like they are ready for the red carpet, and it's just, you feel like $1,000,000. You feel like a gorgeous glamazon in these gowns, and it's one of my favorite times to strut on the runway because you just feel gorgeous. So
I wanna be famous, a star of the screen, but you can do something in between, in between. Baby, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. Baby, you can drive my car. And baby, I love you.
I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about the world. I've seen so many incredible countries and cities and met so many influential, iconic people and interesting, I mean, just the experiences that I've had since doing this are things, you know, that I would have never ever experienced or known otherwise, and I feel so blessed that I've been able to have this, and will continue to hopefully keep learning and traveling and enjoying life.